Hey guys, so I am finally in a position now where I'm going to record, edit, and actually upload my pet question and answer video. I started it and it just became a teary mess because last week I had actually made an appointment to go and I actually have one of our dogs put down. I have 3, in case you don't know anything about me. I have a dog with an aggressive form of cancer on his head. His name is Cannon. He's 11 years old and we're trying some new things. So obviously he's on pain pills, but we're trying some prednisone, kind of giving him the most that I can without kind of, you know, going too far or, you know, too far in a humane sense, I guess you could say, or like a fair sense. And then also at the same time, financially, you know, it's hard. Like the vet bills are hard. I've actually swapped out my son's preschool for vet bills this month. And, you know, it's challenging. It's emotionally it's trying. It's very hard. So I tried to do this video. It just didn't go well. So I'm in a better place. It's been about a week and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions that were asked. If there's little jump cuts, I'm out of focus. It's because, oh, my battery's gonna run out. Great. It's because I'm going to be reading the questions kind of as I go. All right, so what do you do or what products do you use to keep your house clean having 3 dogs? And they're all older dogs. We don't really have any accidents or we don't deal with anything like that. I have to sweep and vacuum a lot. So I guess as far as that goes, I just have like a Libman broom and for the vacuum. Now I have found that buying cheaper vacuums, and I found this a long time ago, is not the way to go when you have 3 large dogs that shed. So I actually have a Dyson, I think it's like the allergy one or something. I don't know, I've had a pet one and the allergy one. And they'll last me about 4 or 5 years. The Bissell, the Hoover, you know, like the $100 vacuums from Walmart or Target, they last me about a month to 2 months before they just completely can't handle it. So unfortunately, I do have to kind of have a nicer vacuum, but it's necessary. Now I have a lot of hardwood, so I'm not vacuuming as much as I used to. I just have to sweep a lot, and it's like piles of hair all over. The next question is, what do I feed my dogs? And I buy their food at Costco because it's the most affordable, and the Costco food's good. This one is, I believe it's like, oh, I want to say like Nature's Own, but I think that's like a food brand. If you're at Costco, and it's like a red bag, a blue bag, a yellow bag, and a green bag. They've been eating the green bag for a while. It's actually an organic dog food, and no, I'm not organic picky about the dog food that I feed my dogs. I just make sure, you know, that it's not filled with a bunch of fillers. But it was on sale for really, really cheap. Costco had some promotion. I think they're just trying to get people's dogs hooked on it. Anyways, I mix it up. Every time I go, I usually get a different bag. I did do 2 consecutive bags of this because the price point was so good, but I usually get them a different flavor because they get sick of it. They get sick of it, and I have a big bowl of dog food and they just graze on it, and you know, the first like week they love it, and then they just kind of like, it's boring or something. I don't know what their deal is, but they actually switch. So anyways, oh, somebody said Gage. So we have our dogs. Gage, I always wanted a German short hair named Gage. I don't know why. And then I got Caliber, and Caliber's name was Kanji, and my dad suggested Caliber. I'm like, oh, that's cute, Gage and Caliber. And then Cannon actually came with the name Cannon. And then we had 2 cats, Pistol and Echo. And Pistol, I mean, obviously it kind of fits. And then Echo is the only girl. So it was like, we can kind of go off a little bit, but like we figured. I ran out of space, guys, but it was on my memory card. That never happens. I said that problem was over with. Let's see, what sort of, yeah, so that was what sort of dog food that I feed him. Somebody just told me to F off. Gage is scratching. What's new? All right. Q&A. Why not show the pets in this video? I would have been nicer. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't. Here's Gage. Can you see him back there? He's scratching. It's new. So that's Gage. If you watch my day in the life videos, they're in there a lot, just because they're like, you know, obviously a big part of our day. Yeah, I'm sorry about the no pictures of animals thing. I need to even go here, but I'm curious if you think you'll adopt more dogs when your 3 are no longer around. And, you know, it's something that I really haven't thought about, but I've kind of thought a little bit about. And I've learned 2 dogs is my limit. I don't think I'll ever have 3 dogs again. And I'm in no rush. Like, it's a lot of responsibility to have so many dogs. So it might be a little while. You know, it might be a while for me to kind of just not for a little bit. But I love providing a home to a dog that needs one. Love it. Somebody asked if the parakeets are loud, messy, or stinky. They can get loud. Not like obnoxiously loud ever. It's cute. It's just like little, you know, dribbly noise in the background. But not really. I've never like been like, be quiet, like they're so loud. Although at night, sometimes I'll turn off the lights and we'll start reading stories and they're like not loud, but just like chatty. Are they messy? They can be messy. So one of our birds is a lot messier than the other one. And I mean, it's not bad. Like whenever I vacuum, I just like vacuum around their cage. They actually love it. They start singing a bunch. But they're not like, I wouldn't say they're like messy, and they're not stinky at all. Oh, somebody asked about Gage and why I haven't gotten Gage looked at the vet and blah, blah, blah. And I have, and they're mostly fatty tumors. Well, at least they were, but they're growing. So one at a time, just one at a time. He's fine. Look at him. You okay? And dogs, I mean, dogs are tough, which is good and bad. Let's see. Where do you keep the birds? The birds actually live in the boys' closet now. And the reason for that is because the dogs can't get to them like at all. And before I used to have them on the top of like a bookshelf, but I moved the bookshelf out of there. Plus Gage would like be tippy toes like up on the bookshelf trying to get them. So they're in the boys' closet, but they only have, I took off one of their closet doors a while ago. So it's like a shelving unit. It's really not that bad. It sounds bad. It's not that bad. And they hang out in there and it's great. So, and they don't smell and they're easy. They're so easy. Somebody said stop buying dogs suggestion. Thanks for that. How much were the birds and supplies to start with? The birds are about $20 each. The cage, it was a gift from my mother-in-law for Deacon's 5th birthday. Now I did get one of the birds after the fact. I think she spent like $60 and then I spent $20 on another bird. So $80 total. And their food's pretty cheap too. So it's not too bad. Do you have any advice or tips for someone with kids before getting birds? So I would like to get a bird. Could you please do a video on make it hard to take care of them? We could do that, a little like how-to on that. I think that would be a fun video for Deacon to do. But, you know, the biggest thing is just gentle. Gentle. They're so delicate. So that helps. How do you pay for their vet visits and shots, etc.? Now, their normal, like, yearly checkups and stuff I have in my budget. Things like this is not in my budget. So other things just have to go. I'm very frugal. I don't want to pull from savings. Like, it's very important to me that, you know, I mean, it's just, it's crazy. But at the same time, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's not really optional. So this month, Drake is not going to preschool in lieu of Cannon's vet. So that's it. Do you have pet insurance? We had pet insurance for a long time. And we had VPI pet insurance. I got it about 10 years ago when Gage was a puppy. And it was fine and it was good and it paid for some things, but it never paid to have it. Like I could not justify it. Like it just never worked out. Now my sister had it and she had to have her dog's hips replaced at like 3 or 4 years old and it did benefit her. So I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's one of those things. Do you have a diagnosis from your vet? Yes, we did get that. And would I have multiple big dogs again? No more than 2, I don't think. Unless something like Cannon came into our lives again. What had happened was Cannon was returned. So I got Caliber from a rescue group when he was younger. Cannon was there too. He got adopted to another family. The other family had kids and then brought him back to the rescue group. They tried to adopt him out for a while, but nobody wanted him. They had said, hey, by the way, you know, a litter mate's available. We can't, you know, we're having a hard time adopting him. And then me, being the big softie that I am, was like, well, I'll take him. Like, so that's how I ended up with 3 dogs. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of F-bombs on this thread. I'm just wondering how often you pick up poo in your garden. So now actually they've always been like this too. They poop in like a very like specific part of the lawn. Like it's not in the garden and it's not like where like the kids' toys are on the trampoline. I cleaned off my card and I charged my batteries. So we'll get back into this. I need to do it before the kids wake up. Okay. So I would definitely like to see your dogs and also see more about how you take care of your birds, cleaning the cage and how often. Okay, so we clean their cage about once a week. We could do it like every few days and keep it really clean, but it just doesn't happen no matter how hard I try. There's been some times where it's like 2 weeks and it's not horrible. They're not that gross, like at all. And if they don't poop everywhere, if they poop everywhere when you take them out. And yeah, sometimes they will, but like parakeet poo, this is so gross, but it's just like, it's like dry and like nothing. Like you can kind of just like put it on like a napkin or something, just toss it. Like it's not a, you know, a piece of toilet paper. It's not a big deal. Or like if it's on like your shirt or something, you just like take it over the toilet and like, but poop doesn't bother me. So, you know, let's see here. Oh, I guess I somehow missed that question. So that was backtracking just a little bit. How do you manage to exercise or walk your 3 dogs on their own? Now I don't walk them. I don't walk them. I've tried. It's dangerous. Like it's downright dangerous to walk those 3 dogs with just me and like the kids. It's just crazy. They're not very good on a leash and that's my own fault, but it is what it is. Now we have a really big backyard, so they run a lot in our backyard. They wrestle a lot in the living room, and when the weather's nice and we're up for it, we do take them for hikes. So they do get exercise in that sense. In the summer, they go to the lake. You know, they get out. They get out. Do you ever think something happens with dogs? Yeah. We've talked about that. And then will I get any more cats? I don't know. I like cats. I do. But I don't know. Not right now. I'm like to my limit. Like I'm to my limit, my responsibility limit. Like as far as like tummies to feed, like I'm tapped. So, let's see. I think that might be it. Oh, not sure if this was asked, but where did you think of your dog's names? Okay, so yeah, I kind of mentioned that a little bit. Gage is one I always wanted, and the rest just kind of followed suit. Like they all kind of matched, you know? So I think that was pretty much to go dog free. I don't think I'll ever be dog free. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. There's sometimes some of my videos, and I don't know what it is, they just like ruffle feathers or something. People get angry. So, yep, alright. I think that's it. So I will still do that video about the parakeets. I think I'll actually have Deacon do it just because they're his. And, you know, I think it would just be cute. So anyways, I hope that answers your questions, and I'll keep you guys posted on Canon, most definitely. As of today, he's having a good day. So, you know, just pray for lots of good days, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.